crazy, like, cause it'll seem like any black father that tries to like support their sons, like they try to make it seem like it's a bad thing, and they try to draw that wedge in between them, like.
And their fathers had the most best. You know what's crazy? Cause like Kobe father probably wasn't like instrumental like that, but their fathers had experience.
Yeah, and that's what Dion was saying. He was like, "You think I already went through this? You don't think that I'm not gonna tell my son the best route to take?" Like,
and for them kids that have these fathers that's doing this, y'all gotta really don't let these niggas come in there and fuck your head up, bro. It seemed like it in the beginning. It seems like it, but it's not what it is, bro. This is their plan. This is their setup, bro.
And it seemed like it's already working too, because I don't know, but I kept seeing some shit pop up on my screen that his other son Shiloh.
What's gonna happen to me or something? If they did it to my brother, they gonna do it to me?
No.
Okay, I seen that too.
Say that too.
He said that,
but afterwards he said some shit like, he don't want his father to be his manager no more. That he getting another manager. Don't quote me on saying that, but that shit been popping up on my screen a lot, like saying like, oh yeah, they making it seem like his father is a hindrance, but that son definitely wasn't that good. So I'm not going to say like he didn't get drafted because of Dion, but he wasn't one of the upper echelon players.
Was Tom Brady? Because I heard Tom Brady got the 6th round.
Facts. So draft round, you can't really go off of that either. Like it's the opportunity you get and shit. Because we would have never even knew what Tom Brady was if Drew Brees didn't get hurt.
Drew
Bledsoe. Excuse me. Drew Bledsoe didn't get hurt. Like, so they had to put him in. Then he started in, and they never let Drew Bledsoe get back in. So it's like, it's all what you do with your opportunity.
You're not getting this spot back, nigga. Musical chairs, niggas over.
Like, and that's a message right there too. It's like once you get the opportunity, you gotta like
expound on it.
Like word, like you gotta show like
that's true.
This is why I'm here. This is what I'm here to do. Like you gotta make them see like, alright, yeah. He was, cause Drew Bledsoe was one of them niggas, like for real, like so.
But he got hurt.
Yeah,
and those are the little things that could really fuck you up. And it's probably not your fault. Maybe it could have been.
That's a fact.
Maybe you didn't have to run so hard, or you didn't have to do what you did. But whatever the case is, you got hurt. He wasn't able to come back after that, like on some shit like that.
And that's two messages. Once you become expendable, you're expendable. So you gotta have your next.
Set up.
Before they get you out the door, you gotta know what I'm gonna do next. Once they try to push me out the door.
What was his injury? What was it? I don't remember what.
I don't remember what it was, but it made him miss like a whole year or something. It might have been an ACL or something like that. And back then they didn't have the technology. He probably could have healed faster if it was then. And
if he had LeBron people.
Yeah. or.
So I say that to say. This is kind of good for him because now look, he could creep. He could be the main top don on the Browns.
That's a fact. He still went to a good situation because they need a quarterback.
Exactly.
So he could compete.
He gonna get time.
Yeah. He gonna get a chance to compete.
Exactly. So this is a setup for your comeback, bro. They really kind of helped you.
Yeah.
Because if they did bring him in the beginning, you could imagine how much weight on his shoulders he had, bro. That's a lot, bro. And sometimes that's what make niggas champions. Certain people become champions because they didn't have too much pressure.
And that's the thing too.
Pressure make champions too, though.
That's a
For
fact.
people, I guess certain people like me, I notice with myself when I'm backed into a corner and certain type of shit.
Yeah.
Some miraculous, like, you know what I'm saying? Some people can't deal with that. They gonna cry and give up.
Yeah.
But some people, when they don't have that pressure on them and they could just feel like they don't have nobody watching them, it's over.
He always gonna have pressure because of the last name. So, but I was saying like the first 3 rounds, I was understanding because it was like, alright, this is how fans is. Your quarterback mess up one game, they gonna start asking questions. Yo, what's good with Sanders? So he can't come in as a backup. Well, he can't come in as a backup because he went in the 5th round now. But if he was like a 1st round pick, it would be hard for him to be like a backup behind somebody. Because even the Brown situation, I think they got
somebody else.
They got Joe Flacco, but he an old nigga. He's like 30 something. So it's like he mess up one or two games, they gonna be calling. The fans gonna be like, yo, Shador, put in Shador, like word. So it's like I understand the pressure from the teams and shit, and then the shit Dion did too, putting it over like he could have did what he's gonna do, but he didn't have to go. Yeah, he didn't have to go national with it. He went on one of like them big shows and was like, yeah, I'm going directly where my son go. Certain teams shouldn't even pick him. Like that. Like he was talking spicy.
He wasn't wrong though. They just didn't like it.
And the complexion, because
of course,
because Eli did the same shit. Eli got drafted by New Orleans. They said no, he not going there. They made the Giants come and get him. That's how he ended up in the Giants. But if a black nigga say that, it's a whole different shit. Like,
you think that it could be a possibility that somebody try to trade him, that they try to do some crazy trade and get Shador on another team?
That's what they were saying. Because right now, because they drafted 2 quarterbacks this year. But they drafted a quarterback before Shador. But he like an NFL ready quarterback. So right now they got like 4 basically NFL ready quarterbacks. So they were saying the Browns are smart because quarterbacks always get injured. So teams is going to be calling like, yo, what's good with da-da-da. So they got backups and shit to be like, all right, here. But in order for people to be calling for him, he going to have to show something. Because like they said, Brady, he's like one of his mentors. Like Brady was looking out for him, like showing him out and shit. But he's a minority owner with the Raiders. So they were saying like, yo, why Brady ain't saying something to them to make him get him? Right. But I think he went into a good situation. Like,
I think so too.
Because he gonna have to basically earn his shit. Show like, oh yeah, my name is Sanders, but I'm good. Like I could fight for the spot. Like Like I ain't just. Shit shouldn't just be given to me because my last name.
Right.
And like I said, I don't like. To me, he had a good season last year. He was the offensive player of the year for college and shit. But a lot of that I think he just got. But it's like he got to show and prove now. Like he wasn't one of them ones that was like, oh yeah, nah, he deserved to be the first pick. Like,
nah, you right. Because I was gonna ask you that too. But you already said that too, like, it's his name. It's the name. It's like, his Sanders, like, you know what I'm saying? But it helped him too because it marketed him.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for your dad, bro, you probably wouldn't, who knows, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's a fact. And then, that's another thing too. Teams ain't going to draft him. Dion came out and said some shit before, like, yo, I would like to coach my son in the NFL. So now, if your team is losing, the coach is fucking up, they gonna think, oh yeah, I can fire this coach and get Dion. Now it's like the coaches is in there now like, nah, I ain't gonna have that over my head like da. So it's like, it was like a Dion. I ain't gonna say you played it wrong. You should support your kid and definitely be boisterous about it, but
this kind of sounds like a LeBron thing with Stephen A. Like you need to with your son, like kind of not really, but I agree with you, and I'm still kind of glad that Dion did what he did. I like what he did. It's just sad that in this world that we living in, you can't show how much you love your kids and how much you know what I'm saying. You can't say it before you do it. Right. You gotta be with actions. Actions, yep.
Like because
but you know, see, Dion
always trying to hold this back. Like it's and
like, Dion, who he is. That's who he is, bro.
Yeah.
Prime. It's like prime time. It's like, yo, like I'm speaking and it's gonna happen. Like, and they don't like that.
That's what they saying. You don't know what bridges he burned before he left and shit. So now they like, oh, this is our get back. Now his son thinking he getting in. So a lot of that, it definitely was. I feel like it was Dion. Because, like, you can't have the second-rated quarterback in the draft into the 5th round. That was the first time any of that.
But if his kids is smart,
like Brady wasn't ranked that high.
Right.
That's why he got drafted in the 6th round. But this nigga, like, he was ranked 2nd quarterback. And how you drop all the way to the 5th round, you get 5 quarterbacks drafted before you. Like,
and if them boys are smart, they will see like deeper than what's going on. It's like, damn, y'all doing all of this just because of my dad.
Wow.
So wait. Why would you want me to be separated from my dad? This is the nigga that brought me in this world. He the one, I play football because of him. I got the skill because of him. Nah, fuck that. Like, if they was on that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that could have went into a lot of it too, because you know they got the pre-draft interviews. You gotta go see the team that they think gonna draft you and shit. They have all the interviews and shit. So if you talking glowingly about, yeah, my father's always gonna be in my life, they taking that as, he gonna always be disrupted, like like, so like.
But who better? Y'all gonna disrupt them? They don't want Pops around because Pops is not playing that shit. Y'all not gonna do what y'all did to me, to my son.
That's what he was saying.
And that's what I'm saying. They need to see deeper than that. They got to see that they trying to separate you to get you, to set you up. This is the setup.
And then and that's why I think it's even though that's the right thing, we know what they saying is right.
Silence.
It's always better to move in silence. Like I'm gonna do this, like, but alright, you ain't gonna know, like, and I feel like Deion's still gonna be behind but he's just not gonna be like up front, like It's just like it's the same shit as the Ball situation. Any black fellas that try to support
and I like
kids,
Ball. I like Pause. I like that guy. Tenacity, attitude, relentlessness. Look, same thing. They try to take his foot. What? You don't see something about this shit, bro?
Him and Deion.
They try to, like, come on, bro. They tried to sit him down. Because the nigga's a stand-up motherfucker. Like, again, we've been talking about this before this show. Like, you gotta move in silence, bro. You gotta move in silence. And, two, when you move in silence, it kind of make the kids and your son look so much wiser. Because they're like, yo, where the fuck you getting all this intel from? Meanwhile, you in the back. But your son listening. And he understand, like, nah, my dad love me. If anybody gonna take a bullet for me, it's this motherfucker.
That's a fact.
Wherever he say go. Like, when I watch a lot of them old time movies when the setting was like in the 70s, 80s, like, you know, even 60s. Even if you want to go to like the mafia, these motherfuckers listen to Pops. Until he died. And then they took it over and then they went on from that.
That's a fact.
That's how them niggas move.
That's a fact.
They respect Pops to the Thank you, bro.
When he passed,
and that's the key. That's the key word, bro. You sometimes you don't agree, but because he took it this far. Like, if you sit down and look like, damn, my people came from nothing and he got this and he took. I need to listen to this man. I need to listen to this man. Because the fundamentals never change.
Facts. And the older you get, you see things that the younger people didn't get to see yet. So
you see a lot of things that you saw and you just ignored. Facts. Because we be seeing this shit. We just like.
Facts.
It's so much shit going on.
Facts.
But then when you really sit back, sometimes when you smoking late night, just chilling, you like, yo, what the fuck?
Word.
I be catching myself doing that a lot. Like, damn, man, I wish I was 20 again. But then it's like, nigga, you 40. Word. When you get 60, you gonna be saying you wish you was 40. This is the time.
Word.
What better time than now?
That's a fact.
I see 60-year-olds still moving around, dancing, grooving, and bro, let's do it now, bro. Fact. Like, at any age, 18. That's why with your kids, you gotta be on them. Don't no. So by the time you get 40, you just chilling.
Word. Nah, that's a fact.
Stop procrastinating, bro. You gotta do it now, bro. Word. Get on it. We not. That's the thing that's not promised is time. The only thing promised is death. Time is not promised.
Facts. That's a fact.